Yo, what's the word? It's your boy. I'm back with another one. All right, today I'm gonna talk about some comments I keep getting in the comment section. About promoting Black Death and um how should I say it? Promoting Black Death and basically the crime that's going on in the Black communities, right? Okay. Now I know that people like to talk about how all these guys are killing each other, rapping on songs about each other and each other's dead friends and what they did to each other and what they gonna do when they see each other and how they gonna dig up this dude that died and how he got severely killed and they gonna kill him again. And I know that they be doing that, right? But at the same time, we can't keep saying that it's only happened in Black communities, because I'm the type of person, I look around at everything. I don't just look at what my people doing. I watch everything. I'm an observer. That's just one of my personal traits. I observe shit from the outside looking in, and sometimes I be spot on with the shit that I be observing. So with that being said, me being an observer, sorry, excuse me for stuttering. I've noticed that there's a whole nother drill culture in the UK. All of them rappers are not black. Some of them are Albanian, some of them are Russian, some of them are Irish, some of them are Somali, some of them are African. I know that those are black people, but I'm saying, like, you know what I mean? This just to show you that it's just not African Americans doing this shit. It's going on everywhere, even across our own nation, back home in our own homeland in America. You look at California, you look at New York, you look at Chicago, maybe even Dallas, or even I should say the entire Texas. There are different races in different places doing the same shit that we doing here. You know what I'm saying? Or all around the globe as black people, you know what I'm saying, doing what we do with this gangbang and shit. Or should I say this street life. Um, there are Hispanic gangs, Asian gangs, Caucasian gangs, Samoan gangs. There's gangs of all different races out there doing the same shit we doing. Um, putting, going through their ops neighborhood, killing somebody, and putting that shit on wax. Um, having sex with one of their ops girlfriends or baby mamas and putting that shit on wax. So you can't say that it's only us doing it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's irrational, and that's also unfair to the other people, the other races of people out there who are also going through the same exact struggles that we face on a day-to-day basis, who go unnoticed because they always trying to pinpoint black people and say that this is the struggle that we face and we the only ones who face these struggles. Um, you know, with the Caucasian gangs, they really mostly only got biker gangs and what is it called? The KKK and what else? What the fuck is that other neo-Nazis? But I think those are the same group of people because they both believe in the same thing, but they just go by different names. Um, I should say, like, even where I'm from in Minnesota, Minneapolis, and even a little bit of St. Paul. I lived out there for like a few years or so. There's different races and different places of people who are all active, do the same things we do: rob, shoot, kill, etc., pimp, whatever you got to do to keep some money in your pocket to survive. It's different, like I said, races in different places doing the same shit we doing. So once again, like I said, that's kind of unfair to them to say that they struggle don't matter, because y'all kind of try to make it seem like they copycats when some of these cats that I'm talking about live in the same communities, live in the same neighborhoods. Excuse me. And I know specifically where I live, at one point in time, they were targeting people outside of black groups. Like, they were targeting their own people as well. They were targeting enemies or ops, whatever you want to call them. But they were also targeting people who were just look like victims, stains, licks, whatever you want to call them, goofies, clowns, whoever they felt like was a lick, whatever you want to call it, like I said, who they felt like was a stain. and they would J down on them, get in groups, and then some of them Asian guys clicked up together and just said, fuck that, we ain't going no more. And they was on that with all black people, because I remember we almost caught the smoke trying to go to, it was me and a couple of my friends. We was trying to go to another one of our homeboys' cribs. We had to walk through Jordan Park. They coming down the hill. They get right on there with us, pull out a motherfucking AK with the stock cut off, and they sandpapered that bitch down. They told us how they did it and everything. They sandpapered that bitch down, and they was looking for some Trey Crip members, some black people. And they said they had just jumped on their little brother and robbed them and took all this stuff because I guess he didn't want to be down with them or something like that. I don't know. It was something along the lines of that. But them boys came back with machetes. They came back with AK, a Tech 9. They had a motherfucking Beretta, but the Beretta was like, that bitch had some, I don't know what the little dude did to it, but that motherfucker, when he shot it in the air to like scare us, just to make sure we wasn't Trey Crips and we wasn't just trying to get no G pass, he shot that bitch in the air. But this was like the first time I ever heard a handgun be fully automatic. I don't know what the fuck, bro, like I said, little bro did with that Beretta, but it could have been a Tech 9 too, because I know they know how you can make a Tech 9 fully automatic as well. But he shot that bitch in the air. That bitch went brat, brat. I was like, damn, how the fuck he do that? And we just started running. I was like, how the fuck he just do that? That motherfucker, that's a semi-automatic gun. You know, we only like 11 and 12, but we still know about pikes. We still know about guns. And I'm like, how the fuck he just do that? That was a Beretta. How the fuck he just get that bitch to double tap like that? You know, and I just remember we just kept walking. We went to our homeboy crib. We did what we did as little kids. We walked back home, ran back into the same niggas. And they had told us that they had found the niggas. They did what they did, but I always thought they was lying because I ain't never hear about that shit. But they said they had caught them and made them run, shot at them or whatever. Whatever. But like I said, once again, that's just to show you that it's not just happening in black communities, man. It's all over the place. Now, it might be predominantly black in the neighborhood, but it's going to be a mixture of people always. You know what I mean? It's going to be at least one Hispanic on the block, one Asian, one Indian person. It's going to be somebody of a different race on the block. It ain't going to always just be all black people, unless you live in an area of like California or Chicago where it's just project buildings and, you know, people of other races kind of stay away from them areas because they hear the stories. That's different. But if we talking about like a regular low-income community where his house is all through the neighborhood, it's definitely going to be different races in different faces. You know what I'm saying? So we can't just, like I said, keep trying to pinpoint and say that this is only happening in the black communities. Because even in some of these black communities, they have members who are different races. You catch my drift? So it's like, it's really no win with it. Like, you know, the shit is wrong what we do as gang members or gang bangers, whatever you want to call us, because it is it just is what it is. But I know the shit wrong, but it's just like, all I'm saying is just stop being irrational when it comes to just trying to point the finger at black people and say, hey, this is the problem. This is the problem with the black communities now. Like, come on, bro. If you're gonna talk about us, talk about everybody. You know what I mean? You should say this is the problem with low income communities now. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to shoot and kill each other. Say that. Don't just say black communities, because in some of these black communities, like I said, it's other races of people who live in these communities too, who are facing these same challenges that we are. You know, moms can't pay the bills, or mom strung out on dope, or grandma strung out on dope, and we all living in this bitch, you know what I'm saying, head to toe in this bitch, and on pallets and shit, and boiling water, and everybody has to do that shit at one point in time. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, you know what I'm saying, come from some type of ghetto, some type of gutter, the bottom, whatever you want to call it. So everybody has came from that point, whether it was you, your ancestors, your elders, your parents, or you know somebody you know personally. Everybody knows at least one person or has been through some type of struggle themselves where they have went through that. And some people go through shit like that and can't find other routes to make money, and they got to do illegal shit. Some people find ways to cheat the government and come up that way without getting caught. But a lot of people tend to jump in the dope dealing game to try to hurry up and just keep some money in their pocket so they can stay afloat. End up falling in love with the money making scheme and never get out until they already caught up knee deep in the game. And now they got the feds watching them and they can't even jump out no more because they got to get these bricks for they plug. Excuse me. But like I say, I would definitely have to say though, you know what I'm saying. Even if you look at California, if you think that this is only happening in black communities, go watch my boy The War in Cali. I'm a add him too in this video so y'all can go check his page out. He talk about, you know what I'm saying, the war in Cali, what's going on in Cali. And it's like I say, different races, different faces in different places doing the same shit that we do. And they go unnoticed because everybody got the eye on us and everybody got the finger pointed on us. But what about everybody else? You know what I mean? Don't just try to talk about our struggle. You know what I mean? It's a lot of people out here that want to put their story out there and express their struggle, but they get overlooked because everybody's trying to pinpoint black people's struggles and put all our shit out there. What about the Hispanic rappers who are still trying to get signed and get on and not getting no mainstream pushes? What about the Asian rappers who got the potential and not getting the pushes because they so focused on, like y'all say, promoting the Black Death? And this is another thing with promoting Black Death. Black Death has been getting promoted since the 90s. So if you're going to say we promoting it, y'all got to go back and say Jay-Z was promoting it. Motherfucking, who else was rapping at the time talking about shit like that? Lil Wayne, Gucci Mane, all these rappers that y'all love and idolize. Nobody says they promote Black Death. Y'all listen to their music and love it. They the greatest of all time. But when now it's our generation that's coming up and they doing it a little bit more ratchet and doing it a little bit more raunchier, then it's like, oh no, we can't take this. But they was really, this rap shit like this has been going on for a long time. Gucci Mane made a whole diss song back in the day about killing the Pookie Loc nigga that Young Jeezy sent to kill him. He had made a diss song way back in the day. Snoop Dogg made a song called Murder Was the Case. What's another person? The Ghetto Boys talking about killing niggas and they sleeping. Come on, bro. Y'all got to stop trying to pinpoint us and make it seem like it's just us. When this shit been going on since the 90s. Motherfucking the East Coast versus the West Coast. Y'all try to excuse that out. That was gangster rap. They talking about what they gonna do when they see each other. We gonna smack this nigga, shoot this nigga, punch this nigga, put this nigga in the grave. And they was also dissing Suge Knight, homeboy, Big Jake that got killed. Come on, bro. Y'all ass be tripping with that shit. Y'all be tripping and making it seem like we the only motherfuckers who be dissing dead people on wax, but this shit been going on. Literally been going on. Diss tracks been coming out. People been making diss tracks before we ever was even thought of, some of us. So, once again, I have to say, like, y'all gotta stop saying that it's us promoting Black Death. When one person had the username The Breakfast Club talking about stop promoting Black Death. How you gonna say stop promoting Black Death and your username is The Breakfast Club? A company that I know for a fact makes probably millions of dollars a year off promoting Black Death, just playing Black Death on the radio. So what the fuck is you talking about? You know, it's just one of those things, you know? Like, you saying that we promoting Black Death, you come here with your username, The Breakfast Club, and then it's like, come on, bro. You talking about promoting Black Death and you got your name saved under a company I've heard play Super Gremlin over 100 times in one day. And that's a diss song about Jack Boy. You feel me? That's promoting Black Death. That could have went anywhere and one of them could have died behind that. And on top of that, they be having these rappers coming here interviewing them and knowing that they not cool with certain rappers, and then they'll be like, well, I know you got the new project coming out. Any major features we can be expecting on that. And then he'll get to going through like, yeah, hell yeah, I got a lot of people on there. He'll get this naming, some hot artists. And then the next thing you know, they'll try to Angela Yee or Charlemagne the God or even DJ Envy sometimes will try to slide in a little slick ass question like, we can see any features anytime soon with you and your boy. I really feel like y'all can hash that out. Like, first of all, he just told y'all, but it can half of them niggas be on there telling them like, we don't even want to. I don't want to talk about him. I can't talk about myself and promote my music. I ain't here to talk about no beef shit and what I got going on with somebody else. Excuse me. But yeah, he like, I ain't trying to discuss what I got going on with somebody else. Half of them be like, and then they just be there, turn around and be like, okay, but I just feel like you guys can hash this thing over. Now they trying to like, you could kind of see that the interview was getting a little bit tense and getting a little bit heated because this guy just said he don't want to talk about that shit, and they pushing the motive to try to get this conversation out this dude. And I understand they got a job and they got questions that they are prompted to ask, and they got to get answers to these questions, and they won't answer to these questions for they fans as well. But you got to also take in consideration that these are real human beings and these are real people who lives you putting in jeopardy and you trying to play with through these questions. Like I said, that's just one company. And you got companies who get these rappers in there and they just be trying to compare them to other rappers to start up some type of beef and some type of drama. Like, come on, man. Just let people be great. Let people be in their own lane and have their own success. So if you saying we promoting it, y'all got to also start targeting these radio stations. Y'all got to start targeting these executive producers, these executives, the executives in the label offices, and y'all got to start addressing them too. You feel what I'm saying? Don't just come at the people who pushing the music out, or don't just come at the artists. Go at the executives, the executive producers, like I said, the engineers. Go after the wannabes. Go after everybody who y'all feel like is pushing this agenda. I just gotta say, like I said, don't be nonchalant and don't be naive to the facts though. And that's that this shit is going on everywhere, bro. All across the nation, all across the globe, all across the world. You know what I mean? There's even Australian drill rap I've heard. I've seen drill rappers from Russia, just little quick little clips. It's Canadian drill rappers. It's Mexican drill rappers from Mexico. Like, so is it really fair to say that it's only black people doing this? Just because y'all don't see these people and y'all don't hear these people, that don't mean it's not happening. You catch my drift? So, like I say, just don't be naive and nonchalant to the facts. This shit ain't only happening in our communities. This shit happening everywhere, bro. It's happening to everybody and everywhere. Even like I say with the Caucasian gangs, you got the they more like biker gangs than regular gangbangers. So with that being said, you got to look at it like, what have the Hells Angels done since they've been invented? They've done nothing but cause hell. I know that they got some good people inside of their gang who try to do good while their gang does bad and try to make their image look good, but this is no disrespect. I don't want them coming at me, trying to look for me. I don't mean no disrespect, but I'm just saying, y'all get down just like we do. If somebody owe y'all something, or y'all feel like somebody trying to play with y'all or fuck with y'all or get over on y'all or play y'all like some type of bitches, y'all do what y'all got to do. You know what I'm saying? Now, y'all play the game a little bit different. Y'all not going to do no drive-bys. Y'all going to do pipe bombs and sit in a nigga living room and wait for him to come home at night to flick on all the lights, double barrel shotgun right to his chest and blow his motherfucking lungs into smithereens. We just gonna catch a nigga in traffic and make a big ass scene and you know what I mean? Shit like that. Y'all make statements, we make scenes. I could say that. Y'all make statements, we make scenes. Once again, even with the Hispanics, they make statements, black people make scenes. Because if we didn't make scenes, we wouldn't come through shooting up the whole block trying to kill everybody that's out there. We gonna come get the one person we want. Now, there's some real killers out there that will make a statement and they not trying to make no scene. But it's very select few. So with that being said, like I say though, you just gotta take that into consideration. Like I said, this shit not only happening to us and where we live, and the shit that we see every day, it ain't just happening to us. It's happening everywhere to everybody. You got to understand that everybody is getting fucked by the government at the same time we is. Now we may feel like we getting overfucked because we still haven't received shit that we was promised 400, 300 years ago. Yeah, but um, it's still like we all facing the same struggles. We all get fucked by this government one way or another. The middle class is getting fucked. They can't get no help. You know what I mean? They can't even get on government assistance. The upper class is the only people who live in a great life. And if you anything below that, shit, you know what's happening. And social media is making it 10 times worse because it's glorifying itself on the internet, because a lot of these cats don't want to admit it, but a lot of them be looking up to other guys on the internet because they live in that life and they feel like he playing that image or that persona like a King Von or something, and nah, they want to be that. Um, that's like, for instance, when Chief Keef came out, there was a million Chief Keefs. Everybody wanted to just slide on ops, but when King Von came out, he made it. We ain't just sliding. We killing shit. We putting shit in the dirt. So now I feel like everybody's trying to, okay, yeah, we sliding, but we ain't sliding without no purpose. We putting somebody in the dirt. And that's the only thing that has changed. Before, niggas used to just come through shooting at pigeons and just pull off. But now niggas is coming through with switches and they trying to take your heart to your motherfucking brain out. But once again though, like I say, that's just not only happening in black communities. You got the Latin Kings, Satan disciples. What's another? The Tongas, if I'm saying that right, from California. You got the Asian boys. What's another one? Lot M.A. Like I said, the Hells Angels, the Diablos. I think that's another bikers gang. The Pagans. What's another one? Oh shit. Even if you want to even go as far as to say the police, you could say the police is a gang. Different races and different faces all throughout that, every bureau, every precinct. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people want to say that the government is the biggest gang in the world, and not. Excuse me. I would agree because they pushing more drugs than anybody. That's just, it is what it is. Because I mean, shit. The Hispanics may have connections with boats and shit, but they ain't got no connections like that to no motherfucking planes. They probably didn't get them connections until the real money started to flow in. But how you think they got them planes? How you think they got that military equipment? I mean, they could have got it from their own people, just the connections. Because I've heard that Mexico is a corrupt country, but at the same time, if Mexico is corrupt and they right under us, America can't be too far from them, right? It got to be the same shit going on. We border to border. If drugs is coming in from Mexico to the United States, you got to believe it's going to Canada. This shit getting around some way. You know what I'm saying? And the government is partaking in it, and they've been partaking in it. What's another thing? Oh, like I was saying though, just naming off just numerous other gangs out there that are, you know what I'm saying, outside of, the, you know what I'm saying, black people. Like I said, you got Latin Kings, say disciples, pagans, Hell's Angels. You got the Tartanios, the Serenos, the Northerners, or you can call them, I think they MS-13. I'm not really good with these names, but you got Florence 13. You got, like I say, a lot MA. You got even the Italian mafias, the Italian mobs, the Irish mobs and the Irish families and shit. Russian mobs and mafias. Them are organizations, criminal enterprises. It's no different from a gang.